Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Alright.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy, BBO Boxing, coming to you live and direct from God's favorite city, Cleveland, Ohio. And I got my guys in the house, of course. I got my man, Prize Fighter, a.k.a. Curly Top, Richie Rich. And don't forget about my man, the Puerto Rican Prince himself, man. Mister, get your hand out of my pocket, brother. Be free. What's going on, man?
What's going on? Popping, brothers.
Hey, I want to dedicate today's show, man, to my guy. I've been reading a lot about him lately, man, is my guy Marcus Garvey, man. I want to send, shout outs to Marcus Garvey's family. I know he still got family around, but I've been reading his book, just some different things on him. I just want to dedicate today's show to Marcus Garvey because if you get a chance to sit down and read about some of our forefathers, man, you guys will be really, really shocked. And Marcus Garvey has done some stuff I couldn't believe. And also want to give another big shout out to my guy, man, Mr. Singer Cobb, Mr. International himself, man. Shout out to Singer. But today we got a big show, man. We see the Gypsy King getting a chance to run it back, man. What you guys think about the Gypsy King running it back?
I mean, he should have won the first time, but Usyk is one of them little guys that can beat big guy. He's good at fighting big guys, but I expect Tyson Fury to win this one. I don't know why, but I just got Fury on this one. He should have won the first one, but Usyk was just better. But I think this is going to be 3 fights. I think we're going to get 3 fights out of this one.
Yeah, what you think about this, Free?
I think it's going to be the same result as the first one. I think Usyk just a better fighter. I mean, I had a feeling Usyk was going to beat him prior to the fight happening. I just had second thoughts because of the whole Daniel Dubois fight, but I've always thought Usyk would beat Tyson Fury. I never thought Tyson Fury would beat Usyk. I just had second thoughts with the whole Daniel Dubois, and then I was like, I don't know who's going to win. But prior to that happening, I've always thought Usyk would beat Tyson Fury.
I was totally opposite, Fury. I just couldn't see him doing it, but
I think the same thing is going to happen regardless. I just think Usyk's a better fighter. I don't see anything special about Tyson Fury except for the fact that he likes to use his weight, and I don't think that that's going to be a factor in this fight. I think Usyk is going to use his footwork to not allow Tyson Fury to lay on him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Fury was doing his thing in the first fight, but he got clipped really bad, and if Usyk was just a little bit bigger, he probably could have got Fury up out of there. Go ahead, BVO.
No, I'll just be honest. That fight was it was kind of funny because I thought Usyk was outclassing him, man. I don't know if people understand, but you know what? Tyson Fury, that egg got scrambled when he fought Deontay Wilder. Man, he's not the same. He just ain't been the same since he fought Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder ain't the same. Them guys took a pound of flesh out of each other, and that's just what it is. I mean, because, like I said, them brothers both, man, they ain't the same. But I see Fury winning because I know he's gonna lay on him, he's gonna hook him. He the king of rabbit punches and pulling your head down. I just don't see how you could stop Fury. He said he's gonna come in heavy too. So I think if he come in heavy, he coming to beat him to death. I just think so. He look good when he come in big like that.
I don't know. I think if he come in heavier than what he was the last fight, I think that's going to play into Usyk's hands because not only are you're bigger, it's just more for him to hit. I mean, you're going to be slower. You're not going to be able to move around the ring like you did in the first fight. I thought he was a little more agile in the first fight than I've seen from Tyson Fury in a while. But if he plan on putting on weight, he's not going to be as agile. And like I said, it's going to be more for Usyk to hit.
Yeah, my man. I just think if I had to put my money on it, I would have to put my money on Fury. And I only say this because one thing about Usyk that I have seen is he's weak to the body. And if Tyson Fury can be smart and go right to that body, I think that'd be a huge upgrade. And I think that'd be something that'll really, really surprise a lot of people. If he goes to Usyk's body, he might can hurt him because we seen Triple D get robbed unbelievably in that fight. I mean, some people say it wasn't a low blow, but come on, man.
That was a
No
clinch.
matter what.
I agree a lot of what brother CDK was saying. I felt like Fury was getting off until he let off the gas and it got clipped. So I 100% agree with, and shout out to CDK, my brother. I 100% agree with him with that.
So
Yeah.
this is what I'll do to kind of layer the conversation a little different. So at this point, say Usyk wins. Will Usyk do what Muhammad Ali did, what Lennox Lewis did? Will he fight the young guns now? Because that's what will be left for him. Or you think he'll retire?
Will he fight who?
The young guns. Like you remember Lennox fought David Tua, Lennox fought all those little guys, and even Muhammad fought a Leon Spinks who he really shouldn't have been fighting. That was nowhere near his generation. I'm saying, do you think he'll start defending against the Big Baby Andersons, the Martin Bacolis, those type of guys?
I don't know if there's a younger guy that's ready to fight a guy like Usyk. I mean, the only young guy that comes to mind is Big Baby, and I definitely don't think he's ready for nobody like Usyk.
Hell no.
So
He from Cleveland. I mean, he from Toledo, man. Stop, man.
No wonder he got smoked.
I mean,
I've never heard of Toledo except for the college.
The only thing that I say is if and when Usyk gets past Tyson Fury for the second time, he needs to have that rematch with Daniel Dubois, because Daniel Dubois does have the IBF title. He can become a 2-time undisputed champion, or Daniel Dubois can become undisputed champion for the first time.
I like to see that. I wouldn't mind seeing Dubois get a rematch and possibly win it. But I'm pretty big on Usyk. I like Usyk. If I would do a pound for pound, I would put him number 2 behind Terrence Crawford. I know Free, and I know a lot of other brothers don't like to use heavyweights, but since he came from a lower division cruiserweight and he undisputed there and he jumped up and he beat the best. I mean, he beat the 2 of the best heavyweights, AJ and Fury. And Dubois, but I know we don't like to give him the credit for the Dubois, and we want to see a rematch. Most of us are real boxing fans, but I mean, I'm with CDK. I just feel like Fury going to make adjustments, but if Usyk come out and win this joint right here, dog, man.
I think it go either way.
Yeah.
I think the main thing, I'm gonna keep the main thing. I just think that Tyson Fury is too big, too strong, too dirty to lose a fight like this.
Dirty. I like how you threw that.
Tyson Fury. I mean, a ref said it best. He's one of the dirtiest fighters to ever grace the ring. I mean, is he as bad as putting oil on his gloves like a Sonny Liston? But he's pretty awful for now. I mean,
no, he don't put oil in his glove. He just load them up or just do all kind of stuff. Take padding out of them. He don't put oil on. I'd rather you put oil on the gloves or whatever. I know what you're talking about. It's that stuff that I know what you're talking about. And if he does everything but that. He might as well do that. He takes padding out of his glove in sparring. Let's not forget about what Nicholas Asbury exposed. But everybody trying to shut Nicholas Asbury up. But let's be honest. And then when he confronted his team about it, his team said, "Oh, he's just trying to get him confident." Confident. So you load the gloves and sparring. Not only you do it in the ring, you do it in sparring. He's just a cheater all the way around the board. But I mean, hey, what do I know?
Hey, that being said, let me ask you this. I want to switch.
Shout out Nicholas Asbury.
I'm gonna ask you this, Free. I mean, we all heard about Buntry, talking about going to 160, 154. What do you think about those guys who keep saying? And when I say Buntry, I'm talking about Bud Crawford. What do you guys think about Buntry saying that he could have a similar run to Bernard Hopkins? Do you guys believe that?
Absolutely. Go ahead, Free. You cook it off.
Yeah, he could. He could. Do I think it will happen? I mean, only time will tell. We don't know until they get in the ring. I mean, we saw that Saturday night. Anything can happen. But he very well could have a similar run. I think the difference between Bernard and Terrence Crawford, I think when Bernard was fighting,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't that many guys that was as dangerous as what Bud has right now in front of him. There's a lot of guys in front of Bud that's dangerous that
Mm-hmm.
can possibly upset Bud Crawford. I don't know if Bernard had that same. I have to go back and look at a lot of the opponents that he had. He had a few, but I don't know if it was that many that was dangerous. Like he had guys that can box, but he didn't have a lot of power punchers. Like at 54, there's a lot of big punchers at 54.
Mm-hmm.
60 I think he'll have an easy run at 60. If he go to 160, yeah, I think he can run the table at 160. The only person he has to worry about is Janabek, and I think he'll beat Janabek. But
Who we talking about?
Bud.
Well, at 60,
But
don't forget
54,
about Laura. Laura's at 60.
Lord,
I
stop
think
that freak.
That'll be tough. That's tough there for Terrence Crawford.
I think Terrence Crawford at the age that Laura is, I think Terrence Crawford will outbox Laura. Terrence Crawford is not going to be one of those guys like Danny Garcia and just stand right in front of Laura. Terrence Crawford is going to use it. He's going to use his feet and move around. So I think he can outpoint Laura. But like I said, I think 160, I think he could run the table there. But at 54, I don't know if he runs the table at 54.
I don't think he runs the tables at 60 because you got Laura, and I'm pretty sure Jamel will move up. I don't see him campaigning at 54, but let's just forget about him. But I don't know, man. I don't think that's just easy walking apart for Crawford with Laura. I think that's a fight that would be boring to most of you guys, fun for me. But shit, man, Laura and
I ain't say
Crawford.
I ain't say it was going to be easy. I just think that he will outpoint him. I think he'll move
You say you
around.
outpoint Laura?
Yeah, I think he'll outpoint Laura
Man,
because
that's tough.
Laura is more flat-footed now. He's
Yep.
not the same Laura that fought Canelo Alvarez. He's more flat-footed. He's going to stand right there and sit on his punches. I think Bud Crawford moves around the ring similar to the way he fought Earl Spence. He's going to move around the ring and jab, throw combinations, and keep the movement up. And I think at Laura's age, Laura's going to tire it down in the later rounds, and from him missing so many big shots is going to make him tired. I think Bud is going to outpoint him. I don't think Bud will knock him out. I think he'll outpoint him though.
Oh man, I ain't gonna disagree with you, but that's a tough fight, boy. That Laura fight for
I just don't. I don't know if he
He's-
fought somebody free. If you fought somebody as with heavy hands as Laura. Laura. I know what you're saying. He's not gonna be there to be hit. He's not gonna stand in front of him. People be making that mistake to stand in front of Laura, but I'm just saying. You think Bunchy could take a right hand from him? Because he is sweeping people.
It's a matter of him landing the right hand. I'm not saying that he can take it. If can Laura land the right hand? See, when we saw Danny don't move around the ring. Danny sat right there in front of Laura. I mean, if you look at the guys that Laura been knocking out lately, those guys ain't boxers. They're punchers or they're counter punchers. So they're not going to be moving around. Well, they wasn't moving around the ring. I think, like I said, Bud Crawford, he's more of a boxer puncher. He can use his feet if he needs to. He don't do it as often as he did at 140 and 135. But if he needs to use his feet, he will use his feet. We saw that, like I said, with the Earl Spence fight. We thought prior to the Earl Spence, like Bud don't move his feet no more. But when he got in there with Earl, he did move his feet. So I think if he's in there with somebody who he believes is dangerous, he will use his feet. He knew that Earl was a big puncher, so he used his feet so Earl wouldn't have a standing target.
Salute to my man Juan Claudio, man, aka the #1 op, man, in Connecticut. Shout out to my man, Mr. Bacon, Egg, and Cheese. But I want to ask you guys this, especially when it comes to Bunchy, man. I honestly can say this: when I look at Bud Crawford's career, I think if he can win another belt at another weight class, I think I might have to put him top 15 all time. What do you guys say about Bud?
Salute
to my man Michael Gardner.
I don't know if I'll put him at the top 15 because I mean I don't want to kind of rain on his parade, but 140 wasn't a big class of excellent fighters. I mean that was the knock that he had on his resume is he hasn't fought anybody until he fought Earl Spence. Everybody he fought was guys that was either washed up or on their way out the door until he fought Earl Spence.
What about Danny running? Does that hurt at all or no? Because Danny ran from Bud. People don't remember that. He ran from Bud. It was at the same time.
I don't think Danny ran from Bud. I think Bob said it. Bud wasn't trying to make fights. Bob was trying to get fights. He said Bud was making it difficult to make fights. So I'm not going to sit here and say there wasn't an opportunity for him and Danny to fight because there was, but it just never happened. But like I say, if you look at his resume from 135 to 140, it's not a high class of opponents. Now, as he got to 47 and as he moving up, yeah, the opponents got better. So I'm not going to say he's top 15, but if he fight a couple of more big name guys, I mean, I can see him moving up there on a lot of people's list. I don't know if I would do it because it's a lot of fighters that we got ranked high. I mean, it's a lot of guys. You talking about people like Tommy Hitman Hearns, Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. There's a lot of guys. Oscar De La Hoya. There's a lot of guys that he will have to pass. Now, as far as accomplishments, you can say, yeah, he accomplished more than a lot of those guys. But far as the best fighter, I don't know if he fought the level of opponents that those guys fought.
I don't think he did either. But what I'm saying is we look at Henry Armstrong. I guess I'm looking at Henry Armstrong. I'm looking at Roberto Duran. These are guys who are comparable to him who started at lightweight and moved all the way to middleweight. If he go to middleweight, I mean, I would say, this is just me. This is BBO saying. I would put him. The reason I would put him up there is because it's not easy to go from lightweight to middleweight. Because to be honest with you, I think Bud had no business at 54.
Me too, BB. I thought that was.
He looked great. He looked great.
He looked pretty good to me.
Nobody beats those Russian guys, Free. I don't care who you are. Nobody beat the Russian guys.
He got hit a couple of times, but I still give him like a. I can't remember the grade we gave him at the time, but I'm pretty sure it was high.
I'm not going to say he didn't belong at 54 because me personally, I think Bud should have started his career at 47. I think him starting his career at 35, I think that was way too small. I mean, he was small then because he was coming. He was coming from the amateurs, but Bud is not a skinny dude. Bud is not a skinny dude.
Well, when he 130 back then, though, Free? Like when he tried out for Olympics, when he 130?
He fought at 130, I believe, one or two times. I think he did start his career at like 130. I think his first fight was like 130. And then he moved to 135. Yeah. But I think that was too small for him to start at. I think somewhere around 47 was probably where he should have came in at. And it is.
I thought he did what he's supposed to do, Free.
I mean, that's your opinion. I ain't saying your opinion is wrong. I'm just saying for me.
What makes you think he should start 2 weight classes higher than what he did? I'm just asking.
I just said it.
He was big, man. He was big.
He's not a small guy.
He's not a big guy either. He's like, he ain't bigger than Earl.
Hold on. 154 is not big for somebody that's 5'8", 5'9". It's not a big dude. I'm 5'10". If somebody stepped to me at 150 pounds, I'm looking at them like they crazy. I'm 195 pounds. I'm 5'10".
Well, I don't look at any 50-pounders. If a 50-pounder, I know some 50-pounders that'll smoke you at 195 pounds.
What you believe?
You know, so that don't mean nothing.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
There's trained professional fighters, D Free. You can't beat them, and we can't beat them in a fight.
There's not a person you know that would smoke me. Not a person you know.
I know somebody. I'll go get one of these young boys out the Philly gym that'll put it on you. Boy, you crazy?
I don't care who you go to
Them
get.
boys boxing. Them
Prize,
boys do that every day.
prize,
We don't
prize.
do that every day
Prize.
at the
Let me
level that
explain
they
you.
do. That's
Let
just
me explain you
blasphemy.
something. I'm gonna explain you
Talking
something from the
about.
old school. I'm gonna explain you something from the old school. Until you whoop my ass, you can't whoop my ass.
And I live by that rule too, but I do know my
Okay, so
place.
don't.
I
So do
do
you
know
believe
there's
that
some.
you
I do
believe
know
that they
there's
can
some
smoke you?
135 pounds and them
You
South Philly
believe
gyms. I
you
I
believe that
wouldn't even think to
prize,
to try to throw hands with.
prize. I'm gonna tell you right now. You talking about them boxing me? Yeah, I'm not boxing them. I'm fighting them. I'm not
I can
boxing
dig
them,
it.
nigga.
I
I'm
can
not a
dig it.
boxer.
But you
Well,
know, you
I
got
said,
that one. You know, when you fight a boxer, if you fought a boxer, you got that one. You got to get a hold to them somehow because if you just stand up, man, they might piece you, man.
No, there
salute to my guy Picasso,
ain't nobody
man.
gonna stand up to me.
I pull out the
What?
stick, man. I had to pull out the stick on them boxing
No,
niggas.
Bro,
I'm
that
not.
was
I'm
nuts.
not.
That was
I'm gonna
nuts,
tell you.
bro.
I'm
That
gonna tell
was
you how.
nuts.
I'm gonna tell you
Pause.
how you take care of anybody. They can't move if they don't have legs.
Out of here, BBL. You ain't
They
free
can't
that.
move
That
if
brother
they ain't
said he
got
got the
legs.
stick.
I'm taking their kneecaps out. They ain't got no legs. They can't move. No, I'm
And
a
I need a
fighter. I'm not a
what they used to
boxer.
call it back in wrestling free, a foreign object. I need a
No,
foreign
but see,
object.
I look at my sons. My sons walk around. Actually, my youngest son is 160, 170 pounds. My
Man.
oldest son is like 160. My middle son is like 160. I'm looking at them and I'm looking at them like, dog, y'all too small. Y'all can't do nothing to me. My oldest stepson is like 150 pounds and he's like 5'7". I'm like, dog, you too small. There's nothing you can do with me.
See, free.
You
I'm
too
totally
small.
opposite. My son is 6'7", about a good 300 pounds, and I already told him, you flare up on me, you better get me, up out of there, because if I
Like
get another chance,
my youngest son, he's like 6'3", but he's like 160 pounds. Those guys, no, they're too small. Now
my
my
son is
background,
tall and he's
my
just like,
background, I boxed before, I wrestled. So I'm like, dog, y'all too small for me. They're too small.
I feel that way too. When I be
That's too
looking at my
small.
son
But
friends,
that's what I
I
said.
be like, man, can't none of y'all niggas beat me,
That's what
dog.
I'm looking at. I look at Bud Crawford at 147 at 5'8", 5'9". Dog, that's not big. That's small. At 5'9", 147 pounds, you frail. If I'm looking at you, I'm like, dog, you skinny as
Well,
hell.
nah, he
You
not
frail.
frail. Them dudes be, I don't want, they
No,
like like the welterweights be solid though, bro. I
Well,
mean,
let me
you
say, let
right
me
though. You
see.
right.
no.
I'm not disagreeing with you, free. I'm not disagreeing.
What you see is welterweight fighting on fight night when they rehydrate. I guarantee you, most of them is like 160, 170 pounds on
Yeah,
fight night.
yeah,
Well, you 250,
yeah.
you 235, one, because you be
Why?
eating, bro. You be eating, bro.
Why? Husky is
They
on
like
the
they
what?
like 160, 170 on fight night. So yeah, they don't look frail on fight night, but when they get on that scale, you tell me that Earl Spence and Bud Crawford didn't look small as a mug when they got on that scale.
Yeah, I didn't
They
like
look
the way Earl, especially Earl. I
they
didn't
look
really care the way he
they
looked.
look small.
Bud looked like he was supposed to be.
Look at
Earl looked.
Devin Haney when he got on the scale for Loma about to fight Loma. He looked small.
Man, he looked like Skeletor, man.
Yeah, that's too small, though. That's what I'm saying. No, 5'8", 5'9". I think he should have started his career roughly at 147. But like I said,
Well, free. Let me
that's
say this
not me
real
to
quick.
judge where he started
Somebody
his
told me
career
to
at.
play this for you, man.
If you could take
Okay?
6
You're not
feet-
that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Okay.
Okay?
Are you?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's free, right? That's all
I'm
free.
just looking at these dudes. Like I said, I don't care where he started his career. I'm looking at the quality of opponents that he faced. And for me to put him up there in the top 15, I don't think his resume compares to those guys who I got up there. Now, far as accomplishments, yeah, I would say, yeah, he's more accomplished than a lot of those guys. But when we look at the skill of opponent, I mean the opponents that he faced, do I think he's a top 15 fighter? Nah.
Let
Not
me
by a
ask you
long
guys
shot.
this real quick. So we just seen probably
Picasso.
one of the best super middleweights in the world get hit with a lucky punch. What do you guys think about Jaime losing with a lucky punch? What do you guys think?
That
He
wasn't no
ain't getting hit
lucky
with no
punch.
lucky punch.
That was not lucky. That man was waiting for that.
No.
That boy's
Did
crazy.
did you watch the fight? Because
No,
Jaime
he
got
just
hit.
saw the highlight.
He got hit with that punch multiple times in that fight.
Repeatedly.
It was just the last one that he caught him right on the button. He got hit with that punch multiple times in that fight. The last
Over and
one
over
caught
again.
him right on the button. Jaime didn't see it coming, and he caught him right on the button. And he sent his chin up into the bleachers, up in the nosebleed where nobody was sitting at. That's why
Jaime training freak. Jaime trainer was like,
that's why Jaime was looking when he got up and he was standing in his corner. Everybody was like, Jaime was looking like, what just happened? No, he was looking like, did y'all find my chin? Because he knocked it off my face up in the bleachers.
And you know what, D Free? Hey, D Free. Hey, that guy. That guy.
Talking, I'll just keep
Okay? You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Okay.
Okay?
Are you?
Absolutely.
That's why Jaime thought that dude wasn't that guy. That dude took Jaime.
And you know the bad part, D Free? That guy only had 4 damn knockouts.
They
tried to find the most cherry pick. They tried to find the ripest cherry on the tree. One that the worms didn't get into, one that just started turning red, and they saw a nice red juicy cherry on the tree, and they plucked it, and it had worms in it.
I'm glad you said that, because this is what I've been telling you for months since we've been doing this podcast together. We believe certain things is going to happen. We don't know anything until it happens.
Yeah.
We believe. And like I said, I believe that Jaime was going to win, but at the beginning of that fight, when the fight was about to happen, I was like, man, Jaime might lose to this dude.
Yo,
don't
it? Hey, Free, when that bell ring, don't it change sometimes? Sometimes. Don't you feel like you be like, man, all week you be like, man, I think BVO gonna win. I think he gonna whoop whoop whoop. And then when they get in the ring and they introduce him, you be like, damn, he don't look like he about to get smashed tonight. Yo, I had Jaime Munguia win in the fight up until that point. He dropped the guy. The guy had 4 knockouts. Going into the fight, I was like, man, I don't even know who this guy is. And I got to stop doing that. 2024 let us know. Going into 2025, I promise y'all. Me speaking for myself, I promise y'all, I'm not doing that no more. If there's a fight and it's a notable name and it's a guy that I just never heard of, before I say anything about that man, I'm about to go do some research on him, because this is the year to upset.
For once, you gonna do that?
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna put it like this.
Like everybody else.
I'm gonna put it like this. I had Jaime up by 1 round going into that 6th round before he got knocked out. Because if you go back and look at that fight, he was winning by 1 round.
I thought Jaime was losing. I don't know what y'all was watching.
I had him up by 1 round because he got the knockdown in the 2nd round. That's the only reason why I had him up by 1 round. That makes sense.
Okay, that's right.
But
he did knock him
that dude was landing on Jaime with clean shots. He was landing on Jaime. Every time Jaime would throw a flurry, dude was catching Jaime with a clean shot. I was like, no, McGee is going to mess around and get knocked out. And I said that, and a round later, he got knocked out. And I said it the 5th round, I was like, dog, McGee keep getting hit with those shots, because my wife was in the car with me. I was at work. And I was like, no. And she watched, she like, I thought you said the other dude was the better fighter. I said, he's supposed to be the better fighter. I said, but if this dude keep getting hit with this shot, he's going to get knocked out. The very next round, he gets knocked out with the same exact shot that dude was catching the entire night.
I mean, I get what you're saying about the knockdown, but that is true, because that's a 10-8 round. But I just thought that dude, and this is the thing, Jaime Munguia is one of the best fighters in the world. We're not going to say like he's not. There's not many guys that can beat him. But I got to give him his credit, man. He really went in there and really just wet the bed, because that dude kicked his head from the first bell, had a hiccup in the second, but that dude was kicking Jaime's head. And I didn't even know Jaime came back. It seemed like all Jaime can do is come forward. He don't got a jab. He don't got a jab. His footwork was horrible. It just was. He had a very, very sloppy fight, and I think he's got a
40-something and 40 autos. We was like 40-0 or something crazy. You couldn't name hardly none of the people. Maybe 1 or 2 guys.
No, Jaime was 44-1. The one loss he had to Canelo.
Yeah,
And
before that. I'm talking about before the Canelo fight.
he was
He had a
44-0.
padded record.
It was 44-0.
Right. Okay, so 44-0. And he had a padded record. And I always was saying, you go look at the videos. I was like, I don't believe in him. He can't beat nobody. And he got sparked out by a Frenchman with 4 knockouts. 4.
Oh,
And
They
let me
tried
say
to
this real
find a
quick.
perfect cherry off the tree,
I keep
and when
telling
you
y'all,
bite into that cherry, it was rotten.
because you don't know these dudes.
But let me
Don't
say
mean that
this.
they can't fight.
I know. I
Don't
didn't
mean
say
they
dude
can't
couldn't
fight.
fight. I
let me
just
tell
said
y'all
dude
this real
had
quick.
4 knockouts, bro. Who was to think that he would sleep him like that? And the guy got 4 damn knockouts. That's just beyond me. Whoever bet on that guy with a knockout is probably in the Turks and Caicos right now.
Yo, I want everybody to really, if you guys can, hop on. Please smash the like button. Make sure
Please.
you're watching the videos because we less than 200 hours away from being fully monetized. We putting the videos out there. I see y'all watching them. I'm seeing huge increases across the channel, so I appreciate that. But keep watching the videos, man, because this is important. We definitely appreciate coming to you guys. You see VVO's not up here trying to panhandle you or nothing. We just trying to have some good fun, talk some real boxing. And I'll just tell you guys this. This is one of the greatest sports in the world. Don't get me wrong, we do got a lot of champs that won't fight. But after 2025, I got great news. There will be no longer, there will no beat. We're not going to bring his name up. There'll be no more Little Red. I hear Canelo's going to be wrapping it up. So we're going to have some real fighters like Emiliano Vargas, Ishmael Mason, I hear is coming up. Abdullah Mason. Even though Abdullah Mason almost got stopped this last fight, I want to give him his credit. He almost went to bed, but he did get up and stop the guy. And I just think that we really got to focus on the future of boxing because it's in a great place. I mean, I don't know if you guys have been watching. We got a guy named Ben Whitaker looking like Baby Roy Jones Jr.
No, he don't. No,
the
he
guy
don't.
that quit.
He didn't quit.
No,
What are you talking about?
He didn't quit.
If
Let
he
him
get in there
finish,
with
Lee.
Jaime probably
let him
knock
finish.
him out. Jaime probably knock him out.
He said
I don't
Liam
think
Stem was
so.
catching Jaime clean. Yeah, but Liam
Yeah,
got
he was.
Liam
Yeah,
got
he
buried.
was.
Liam got buried though. It don't matter.
But he was clipping him though. And no, I did not get a chance, Juan, to see Conwell fight, but I heard he performed well.
But also too, I want to repeat some news that I did hear. But WBO is not going to sanction Errol Spence versus the Tower Inferno. I want to give some credit out to my man Knockout for reporting that, and also I checked with the WBO directly, and they actually confirmed what Knockout said. So shout out to Knockout for being the first on that. I always try to give people their credit, but my guy, the WBO said, yeah, they got to be there. I wish you would have hit me earlier, but I didn't think they was going to give him the fight. But from what I'm hearing, Bud Crawford, when he comes back, unless Jamel comes back as the Super WBA champion, they're going to reinstate him as the WBA Super Champ. They're going to make him a WBA Super Champion. So he's going to get a chance to unify if he wants. So he does have that option.
They could do that. But all that says is right now it's just the WBC belt is up for grabs. But Sebastian still has the WBO belt until they decide to make a decision. Because if they have that fight, say Bud doesn't have a fight yet, and Earl and Sebastian does have their fight, and let's say Earl wins that fight, Earl will be the WBC champion, but Sebastian can still be the WBO champion.
Yeah, WBO.
Sebastian can still be the WBO champion. Earl just be the WBC champion, and so that means there will be 4 people with a belt, and so everybody got to fight each other in order to become undisputed at 54.
And 54 has traditionally been a weight class for everybody's fights. Whether you go way back to Julian J. Rock Williams when he fought Jamal Charles before he was washed. I just think this is going to be great. I don't know if you guys know Erickson Lubman's taking on a real tough guy. My guy, Kid Austin, is about to shock the world and stop Shakur pretty soon. So when he does that, I want everybody to say, you know what BBO told me first, and not because we had him on the show, because we know that Shakur can't touch no Kid Austin. But let me tell you guys this. We also come this Wednesday, we're going to have my man, brother Brian Norman Sr. He's getting ready for his fight against I think it's against Greg Hackett.
These boys,
And
y'all boys
that's
is
gonna be tough.
crazy.
That's gonna be a tough fight because Greg Hackett is my man, pause. And y'all know B Norman is like family. So I definitely hope B Norman knocks him out cold, but we'll see.
Yo,
Hold on, you
I just
talking
want to
about
know. I want
Jaleel and
brother.
Brian Norman gonna fight?
No,
Yo,
no.
no.
Greg
Uh,
Hatchett,
Greg
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 Hackett.
Hackett from Philly. GH GH what's it? GHTB TV? What's it? Damn.
Mhm. I don't know, but Greg
Greg
Hackett's gonna
Hackett
be fighting our
Boxing
brother man
TV
Brian Norman.
GHTB. You know
Oh,
G.
the fathers are going to be fighting.
No.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yep.
Brian Norman Sr. is supposed to be rumbling Greg from Philly. I
Not
mean,
not Bernard, not Bernard. Bernard's not fighting. It's
Oh,
a guy named.
Greg
It's a
Hackett.
guy, Greg
Greg
Hackett.
Hackett from
Greg
Greg
Philly.
Hackett.
Hackett. Okay, I know what
Greg
you're talking
Hackett,
about. I know what you're talking about.
Greg Hackett from
Yeah.
Philly is
I know what
rumbling
you're talking about.
Brian Norman Sr. at 200 pounds. Yo, these boys is. I want to just ask Brian Norman Sr. and Greg. We were supposed to go. I was with brother CDK over like I forget when he. I was in on his live and he tried to get Greg up there, and I said, please bring me up because I just want to ask this nigga Greg, what are y'all doing, bro? Is y'all getting that bag to be like y'all?
No,
I
he want to
mean,
go to sleep.
both of those guys are they not old guys. They
No, they're
still
not. No, by any
they.
means, they're not
I
old
mean,
men.
if you got daggone Big Bang Zane fighting, I mean, they around the same age as Big Bang Zane. So if he fighting, and they both look like they keep themselves in shape. So I mean, it
That's
is
a
what
good
it
point.
is. Floyd
I just don't.
still fighting. I mean, it's exhibition, but he's still fighting.
I just want the money. I just want them to make it. I want them to run the money up, if anything.
So
But
I mean, because this fight is not a sanctioned fight, so
no, it's
it's
not
going
a
to be
sanctioned fight. But it's just the
it's
fact that it's going to
No, it's
happen.
sanctioned because it's gonna go on their record. It's
It's
sanctioned.
yeah.
It's
So
gonna go on their record.
it's going to be an
it's
exhibition.
going against
So
the rank on the
No,
record.
it's going on their record. This is actually going on their record for.
so it's a sanctioned fight then.
Yeah, it's a sanctioned fight. Yeah,
Oh my
Oh,
god.
okay.
they had to
So
pass
Hey,
physicals and everything. Yeah.
all right, so I'm looking at it like this, like them two brothers. And shout out to both of them because I rock with both of them. I don't know why y'all gonna rumble in, man, but y'all gotta stop rumbling. That's crazy to me. Why is y'all
I
I
mean,
rumbling?
like that. I like that because you know what they're telling the youngsters
Why is you
out,
all in my
man.
camera and stuff?
Put the weapons down. Put the weapons down.
we were supposed to have Coach Calvin and Bullet get in the ring. That never happened. I don't know why it didn't happen, but that was supposed to happen. Coach Kyle looked like he was getting in shape, getting ready, and
I'm
it never
glad they put
happened.
a stop to that too, Free.
Oh, hold on one second. Let me play this commercial real quick. We're
Yeah.
gonna pay a couple of bills and be right back.
The JBT is giving away a bag for the holidays. We're having a raffle and giving away all the money collected. That's right, all the money collected. And we are in the final week. The drawing will be held this Saturday, December the 21st, right after the Alexander Usyk Tyson Fury heavyweight fight. Entries are just $5 each or 5 for $20. Send your entry via Cash App to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Put RF1 on the comment line and you are entered. And one person will win all of the money that has been collected. Another great contest brought to you by the JBT. Curtis Sewell, Treasurer.
All right, so don't forget to get your raffle tickets. You definitely got opportunity to win some money. You know, we all need money around this time of year. It's you know, especially if anybody dealing with women and kids, you know, it's always something to buy. Always something to buy. We all not rich like Prize Fighter where we could just go holler at
What you mean by
people
that? We
and
all
get
not what
paid.
like me? What you
We all not
said?
rich like Prize Fighter.
Come on,
So
man.
shout out to Prize, man, Mr. $1 Million Man. But before we get out of here, I definitely want to talk about a couple fights. What do you guys think about possibly seeing Canelo Alvarez versus Bud Crawford? What do you guys think about that fight? I think Canelo stops him. What do you guys think?
I heard that fight is not happening.
Mm-hmm.
What's
So
not
I mean,
happening?
Bud and Canelo. I
Oh,
heard it's
didn't
not
Bud get a
happening.
wrist injury?
I don't know what happened. I just heard
Mhm.
that it wasn't happening. But if it happens, it happens. I mean, it's at the point where Canelo's not going to fight nobody that we want him to fight. So why not go ahead and get in there with Bud? You ain't going to fight nobody we want you to fight anyway. So you might as well go ahead and fight somebody
Oh, come
we
on,
don't
Free.
want you. We might as well fight somebody we don't want you to fight. You might as
Come
well
on,
fight
Free.
somebody we don't want you to fight. You're not fighting anybody we want you to fight. So the right thing to do is to fight somebody we don't want you to fight. So I mean, it is what it is.
And
And you
I'm
know the
glad
funny
they
thing
did.
about this?
I'm
Remember they
glad the
said Canelo
commissioner
was asking for
stepped
too
up.
much money, and look at Tyson Fury, Usyk getting all this money. So I don't think Canelo was off. We did hear Turkey Sandwich say that he wants to make I think what he calls Shakur Outlaw, which is a good name for a Puerto Rican outlaw because you know they're running your store and take everything out of it. So he said that him versus maybe a little red. I think that'll be a good fight. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I truly believe that you won't ever see Davis versus Shakur. I don't think you'll ever see that because at this point, you see he wants Williams and Zepeda. He doesn't want that fight, and that's okay. And I'll just be honest with you. I want to really kind of
Crazy
work
work,
on
Juan.
not giving my man Little Red too much publicity because I feel like
That's
he
crazy.
doesn't deserve it. But shout out to
Yes, he definitely deserves it.
but
But
shout
carry
out to
on.
Emiliano Vargas and like I said, Abdullah Mason. We gotta focus on what's coming up. Because I'm telling you guys, we heard Emiliano Vargas say, I would love to make the fight with Abdullah Mason. And we haven't heard Abdullah Mason say a single word. So we already know who's the alpha male in that case. But let me ask you guys this. What do you guys think about all this absorbent of money going out into the heavyweight division? Do you guys think we'll ever get Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury, or we'll get Tyson Fury, not Tyson Fury, but get Deontay Wilder versus AJ? You think we'll ever get any of those fights?
I think we'll get Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua if Tyson Fury wins this fight. I think that's the next fight that they make because they've been trying to make that fight for a while because that would solidify who is the best UK fighter. So I think if Tyson Fury wins against Usyk, I think they make that fight next. I think that's one of the reasons why AJ didn't do the rematch with Daniel Dubois because they're waiting to see the outcome of this Tyson versus Usyk.
But don't you
If
think that
Tyson,
but Free, don't you think that if Usyk were to lose, there was some kind of rematch that would have to happen with them two before we would get that? You would think they would be able to skip over Usyk like that.
if it's not in a contract, they don't have to do a
That's what I'm
rematch at all.
saying.
I don't know if it's in a contract.
And I'm
I
glad,
don't know.
Michael Garner. I'm glad that the commission finally stepped up and did not sanction that. I did not want to see Coach Cal and Bullet Cromwell. Was it Bullet Cromwell? I don't even
I
want to
don't
see the
know.
Bulls rumble. Now, Greg and Brian Norman, that's crazy. That's crazy too, man. Y'all boys is wild. But hey, carry on. Get your money.
What do you guys think
Um,
about the lady at Waffle House disrespecting Adrian Broner and saying he watched? What do you guys
But
think
that was
about
his
that?
cousin, though. That was family. That was family. That was his
Oh, okay.
family
I
that
didn't
was
know
going
that.
there.
I
I
thought that
Yeah,
was
mean,
crazy.
that was his
it
family
wasn't
going there.
it wasn't disrespectful. He was telling the truth, nigga. It's
Yeah,
cool.
she said AB. She was
So
coming at his head,
hang it
bro.
up.
Yeah, she was going at AB hard. But you know what? That's the kind of family he come from, where they probably, very outspoken. They probably say, anything that comes to their mind, and it is what it is. Like, I thought it was funny.
Ain't none of that daggone problem child. You need to hang it up. I mean, you ain't the problem no more. Hang that joint up. You
You cold
And
blooded,
AB
Free.
was looking crazy.
you to get
Crazy out of
questioned.
shape.
You ain't the problem no more. You to get questioned.
He looked
Especially
really.
after getting
I haven't
dropped.
seen Adrian Broner look that. I haven't seen him look that big in a long time.
I have.
No,
But
that's it. That if Adrian Bona comes to the daggone ring again, they better introduce him as Adrian Solve Bona. He's solved. He ain't the
solved
problem no more.
problem.
He's been
Problem
solved.
solved, Broner. But you know what? I'm rocking with AB. I still rock with
Y'all
AB.
cold, man. Y'all cold.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying the
Adrian
thing
Bona.
that I just couldn't believe how out of shape he was. I mean, that was crazy.
I can. He doesn't. He's
He
not.
does
He's
that
just.
every time in between fights. He's always out of shape. That's his problem.
Yep.
He gets out of shape and he goes out and party. That's
He's
the
his own
problem that he's
problem, bro.
always had.
He's
That's
his
the
own
problem that he's
problem.
always had.
He's his,
So I'm not shocked by seeing that, and I'm not I'm not surprised that. Well, I'm actually am surprised that somebody actually stepped up and said something to him. Hey, you
Not
need to hang
me.
it up.
They look like
Because
they
a
was
lot of
having a
times
good
when you
time. They look like
when
they was
people,
they
a lot
free.
of times when people are those breadwinners, they don't want that bread to stop coming in. They like, man, you still can do it. You still can do it. They want to be yes men all the time. But I'm glad to see somebody finally got somebody with some sense to say, hey, you might as well hang it up, dog. You are not that dude anymore.
Well,
You need to play that video for Adrian Bone.
Okay? You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Okay? Okay? Are you? Absolutely.
Yeah, he need to be talking to Adrian. You're
yeah,
not that guy
Michael
anymore.
Garner.
You're
The
not that guy
drinking.
anymore.
I
He's just
love
his
that
own
clip, man.
problem. Adrian Broner was his own problem, Michael. Like I don't understand. Like, well, I kind of get it because he got a lot of money at a young age, man, and again he had nobody that can control him, and he was just out of control. You know what I mean? And he get the money and he go do what he do. But I believe his house is paid off. He's always in that same nice house. So if that's paid off, that's a win.
That nigga
I'm
ain't
gonna
got
say
that
that.
house no more.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got
the
that
house
house,
with the
but
pool table. Yeah,
He
he's
ain't
always
got
how he
that
should.
house no more. He been
He's
lost
the,
that house.
well, he
nah
got that house. We talking
nah.
about
The
the house in
house with the pool
Cincinnati.
table that where the
Not in
homies be.
you talking about the one in Las Vegas. I don't think he has that one, but he has
He
that
ain't
house.
got that. He lost that house when he lost that case. He lost all that because he didn't have the money. He had to put all that stuff up. Because
Yeah,
he
but
didn't have the money when he lost
That
that
was
case.
I thought that was his house in Las Vegas. I
yeah,
still
the property in Vegas was seized, but the one
in
out there,
Cincinnati.
yeah, that one is. I believe that one is paid off. Was
He's
paid off.
selling
Like
that one though. No, I know
Hey,
that for a fact.
he's
But
selling it.
I be seeing when I
he
see Adrian Boner on his little Instagram channel, he be
mhm.
looking like he in a townhouse. He be in a small bedroom. That joint look like a townhouse. It don't look like no big
It
ass
looked
house. It
like
look
the
like a
same
townhouse.
crib where he always was at. Like, and then
That boy
the
crazy.
pool
That boy
table.
Chris
He
said he in a
might
townhouse.
he might need to get out the closet then because that's what it look like. He look like he be laying
I
in the
know
bed.
exactly what you're talking
That
And
about.
then
room
the
look
baby
small.
mamas take a lot of money too, boy. Them baby mamas, boy, with them 15K a month here, another one 12 over there, and I'm just like, man, that shouldn't be. I
That's
don't
the
even
reason
have that
why
conversation.
I always like Redman. That's the reason why I always like Redman. They did that Yo MTV Crib. Redman
He
showed him his
kept it
exact house. He was
gully,
like, man, this is how I live. Y'all up here lying and talking about y'all live in these big
right?
houses.
Because they
Man, I
tried to
live in a
give
townhouse.
Redman free the mansion. Redman was like, I don't live there. Let me show you my real crib. He said when they got there, they was shook.
And you know, and I'll say this, shout out to Juan. I know he cleans the Motel Sixes sometimes. So he
What?
said he's at the Motel Six. I can
That's
understand that.
crazy.
Shout out to
He
Juan,
said,
man.
y'all wrong for laughing at AB. No,
I'm
he
not
wrong for
laughing at
getting
him,
on camera
Ace.
looking like that. He wrong
I'm
for
not
getting on
laughing
camera.
at him.
That man, I'm laughing at him. AB looked like a 45-year-old dude that's been drinking beer all week. That man had a pot belly and everything.
Yeah,
He only 34 though. That's the only thing that's okay. He's
That's
only
what I'm saying.
because
AB
me and
He
like
him are
to
the
got more
drink,
same
gray
age.
man.
hair in his beard than I do.
AB like to drink, man, and he,
I don't know what
get
that is, man.
the
Sometimes I
best
think
of him.
that's hereditary. I think sometimes, man, because soon as my beard grow out long, it get to getting gray like that too. So I don't know what that comes.
That's that gray from a young age come from them baby mamas and them child support monthly. Cause I got a little. I mean,
All that stress. That's what
man,
Oh, and
that's
listen,
what
that
the
boy,
gray
he
come from.
said BVO be right there with me. Pause. I do not be right there with you, man. No
man,
business.
Picasso said he
That
living in
brother's crazy.
efficiency. That's crazy work.
He said
BBO be
Redman
chilling with
show.
AB at the club. BBO be the big dude standing behind AB. Hey, back up.
Yeah, that was keeping it. Hey, Michael Garner, that was probably one of the best MTV Cribs episodes with Redman when
So when
he
you at the hotel, are you nuts? That was
No,
horrible,
he
dog.
was at his
uh,
townhouse.
is that his
That's his
little
townhouse.
town
That's his
crib. That was
actual
how
house.
he. And then he said,
Uh,
he said he had a shoebox for some cigarettes and some weed. You know what I mean? He was keeping it like I rock
that
with
boy's
Redman. Shout
crazy,
out
man.
Redman.
No,
And Redman
Redman
still
came
can
out.
out rap most of these young boys, just probably all
He
of them.
came out
No,
and
he
did an
cannot.
interview. He came out and did an interview. He said that was his actual house. That
Yeah.
wasn't
Oh, that
no
was.
script
I
or
thought
nothing.
that was a hotel. I didn't know that
No,
was a
no,
house.
no. That was that at the time they did that because they tried to give him a crib and set up a crib and say, hey, Redman, this is what And he when he told them the producers, no, I gotta be me. You gonna come to my crib? Come to my crib. And when they came to his crib,
Yeah,
he kept it thorough.
He lived in a townhouse. He was like, nah, these rappers be out here lying. Some of they got all this money. They ain't got money like that.
Yeah.
They be lying. He had a dude sleeping on the couch. He opened up the refrigerator. That man had Kool-Aid and,
Kool-Aid,
and
yep.
some lunch meat.
The
I was
shoebox with
laughing like
the shoebox with the ones and the $5 bills was funny because he said if you need some blunts or cigarettes, here's a little shoebox. You go to the store. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, Redman, yo, I like Redman. And, you know, he back up. He can back it up too with the raps. You know, he
yeah,
out rap
but
any of these boys right now.
but back to the boxing though. Yeah, the only problem that I have, let's say Tank Davis does
Yeah,
hang it up.
while his cousin was.
Let's say he does hang it up. Is boxing going to be as exciting as it is right now with Tank Davis in it? Because everybody want to see Tank Davis fight against these quote unquote top level guys. Um, if Tank Davis leave, who we gonna be comparing? Who we gonna be pairing these guys up with? Because a lot of these guys ain't fighting each other now.
What about Brian Norman Jr.?
Who?
Brian Norman Jr. I think he would be a good guy to fight. You don't think?
We talking about Tank Davis leaving. Who we gonna be comparing? Who we gonna be pairing these guys up with now?
That's what I was saying. I think Brian Norman Jr. could take his place. You don't think so?
No, Brian Norman Jr. got to sell first before he could take Tank's place. Do you know?
Well, you
Tank
gotta
Davis?
get an opportunity, man.
No. Tank Davis and Lamont Roach went on sale. Their tickets went on sale. You know, Tank Davis already sold 15,000 tickets. That fight ain't till March. They already sold 15,000 tickets.
Hey, I want to ask you guys this real quick. This is a little off the subject, but we get towards the end. So, what do you guys think about the whole Cooking with Kaya movement? Everybody bringing this girl. What do you guys think about that?
Huh?
Because I did see her with there's a new person out there named Cooking with Kaya. She's becoming a big star. What do you guys think about that, man? When you see somebody doing something basic and blowing up, when you see a woman just cooking and that blows up. What do you guys think about the world in general? We keep seeing people do basic stuff that we took for granted. I feel like now you see people wanting to see other people live life. Have you guys noticed that?
No, I mean, I don't know. Pride, you can take it away with this one because I don't know.
I don't understand the question.
No, my forget it, man. Yeah, I know y'all didn't know about it. But basically what I'm saying is my man Michael Garner know about it. What do you guys think about people doing basic stuff? Like I seen a video recently. I'm just asking you, did this kind of scare you? Where a guy was doing nothing more than complimenting women like we would do at the mall back in the day, and that blows up. Like, you think the world has changed so much where basic things become important now?
I mean, I guess. I mean, this world is just weird nowadays. So
I
I
mean,
can't really say what I want to say. So I'm
the
not.
the times are going to change regardless how we believe they should or shouldn't. It's going to change. It always have and it always will. The times change from when our parents was kids to when we started coming up. It changed from when we was kids to where our kids started coming up. It's always going to change because everybody has new ideas and new outlooks on how things should be done. So it's always going to change. Right now, this is the outlook on how a lot of people think things should be done. So that's why we have things going on the way it's going on, because this is how the people that's in control think things should be moved. So until the next generation, when our grandkids start getting older, we're gonna see things change different again. So it's gonna be that way because that's how it always is.
My man said, y'all, you remember how Crazy Horse Charles was living? House full of Sprite bottles on the floor, smoking black house. Shout out to Crazy Horse, man. But I'll just say this. I think the thing that I'm saying more or less is kind of funny how, like, even in boxing, we're seeing people get so much credit for doing basic things. Speaking of what Free was just saying, congratulations to Tank Davis. I believe they said they already got $10,000 worth of tickets sold already, which is huge. And I'm kind of surprised. You guys surprised that he's selling so well for this fight?
No, I'm not surprised because I told y'all, people love to see Tank Davis. It don't matter who he fights. They love to see Tank Davis because they know what they're going to get from him. Like, and that's the problem with a lot of these other fighters. The reason why they don't sell as well Tank Davis does, as well as Canelo does, and some of these other guys, is because they're not consistent. One minute we see them fight this type of way, the next minute we see them fight that type of way. When you got somebody that's consistent and you know exactly what they're going to do, you say, okay, I know what I'm gonna get from this fight. It's gonna be action packed. It's gonna be somebody's gonna get knocked out or at least get dropped. If they don't get knocked out, that's what they want to see. With this fight, okay, I know this is gonna be a boxing clinic. I know he's gonna come in there and box his head off. I'm gonna watch that because I want to see a box. So these guys are not consistent. Like I use Shakur for instance. 1 minute Shakur stepping to the guy trying to knock him out. The next minute Shakur is on his bike and moving around the daggone ring, ain't trying to get no contact at all. So when you have that, you like, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna get. Am I gonna get the Shakur that's trying to step to somebody and try to get the knockout, or am I gonna get somebody like I saw in De Los Santos? So they're like, man, I don't know if I want to spend my money on that.
Yeah, and I think that's the hard thing. I think that's the hard thing when it comes to, especially the fight game now, because we're seeing so many guys, man, really not even take a chance. And it's kind of sad to see, man. It's just sad to see they're not even taking a chance. What do you guys think about this on our last segment? We hear Inoue talking about he's looking to make the fight with Tank Davis. Would you say Inoue would be the A side? What do you guys think?
No, absolutely not. Nobody's the A side of Javante Tank Davis. Whenever Javante Tank Davis steps in the ring, you best believe he is the A side, and unless he fight damn Canelo or something crazy like that. But other than that,
a two-time undisputed
I don't care
champion
what he
the
is. He
A-side?
never fought on pay-per-view. He's never fought outside of Japan, and he's never
No, he
done
has
so.
fought outside of Japan.
All right, well, he's
He
never
fought.
sold no pay-per-views. He's never sold no real tickets in this country. And in order to fight Javante Davis, you will be the B side. Period.
No, the only person right now that Javante can fight that will be the A side to him outside of the heavyweights would be Canelo Alvarez. Nobody
Right.
else is the A side to Tank Davis. Nobody.
Nobody.
Because you got to look at what Tank Davis brings to the table. It doesn't matter who he fought. Everybody said they didn't want to see the Lamont Roach fight. Well, he done already sold 15,000 tickets, and they got roughly 2,000 more tickets left to sell. So you saying you don't want to see it? Well, they obviously they do want to see it because they already bought the ticket, and the fight ain't until March. We're not even in 2025 yet.
Right.
And they already sold 15,000.
They want to see him fight.
I don't see nobody having ticket sales the way Tank Davis. Even Canelo don't have ticket sales like Tank Davis. Canelo sells big because his name is big, and the Mexicans
You said he don't sell
are going
tickets.
to buy his fight. No, when I'm talking about the first day they out, niggas going crazy getting the tickets. They're going crazy
you're right
going to
about
get those
that.
tickets. Yeah. Canelo sells his tickets. He's still a box office. He's going to sell his tickets, but they don't sell out like Tank Davis do when he's not fighting a top name person. Tank Davis ain't fighting a top name person. They already sold 15,000.
Is Tank going to go to Japan?
No.
Oh,
So
why would he get that fight then?
Then he doesn't need in a way.
When Canelo was fighting John Ryder, he ain't sell 15,000 tickets 3 months before his fight would happen.
He don't need no in a way.
If he fought David Benavidez, I think he will, Fritz.
Yeah, top name, like he said.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. If he fight a top name, yeah. If he fight David Benavidez, that joint to sell out quick. Because
if he fights Joe Schmo, nobody's going to come to that. And I'm not calling Lamont a Joe Schmo because Lamont is well respected.
I don't even know if he fight Morrell, will it sell out as fast? It will probably still sell out, but I don't think it would sell out as fast because a lot of people still don't know who Morrell is. We know who Morrell is because we watch Morrell.
That's what I'm counting it on. If he beat Benavidez.
If he beats David, yeah. I mean, yeah, because now David Morrell put his name on the map because he beat David Benavidez. So everybody's going to be checking for Morrell. Who's the next big name he's going to fight next? So they're going to be checking for him. So if Canelo makes that fight with David Morrell, yeah, it's going to sell out like hotcakes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you this right now. The new iPhone is trash can water.
well, I like my iPhone 16. What do you hate about it? What do you hate about it?
It just sucks, man. It just sucks, man.
I don't like the way the gallery, the way you go through your photo gallery, and if you're trying to pause and slow videos down and stop it and screenshot it, that's a pain in the ass, But
whoa, that was crazy.
A pain in the ass.
I gotta get something for you saying this crazy stuff on here, bro.
Where's your brain at?
No, y'all know what y'all remind me of. Y'all know what y'all remind me of. Y'all remind me of Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley. Prize is Charles Barkley and BVO with Shaquille O'Neal. Every time Charles say something suspect, Shaquille be gone. He's done. He can't show his face or nothing.
Hey, Charles Barkley be just like Prize said when a guy's banging.
Charles was like, I'm juggling 2 balls. Shaquille looked at the camera. He was like,
Shaq is a man child, and that's what makes a lot of people like Shaq, because he's just such a goofy. You know what I mean? It's hard not to like a Shaq. Shaq is a good guy.
And we gonna put a poll up today. I want you guys to take a look at it. Shout out to D Free, aka Ernie Johnson. We're gonna put a poll up. We got our avatars done. We're gonna see who got the best avatar, whether it's me, Crush.
Well,
they said my guy look like Little Rail.
Now yours is pretty good too, but I just think Crush the Legend. I think that his avatar is. I mean, all of them are great. Don't get me wrong.
And D Free guy like he about to go sell you a paper somewhere.
But Crush the Legend,
Prizes, man. Prize dude just look like Prize, real dusty.
No, I swear to God, BVO looked like Lil Rel in that joint. I'm like, hold up, he looked like a daggone movie character. I'm trying to figure out who it was, and you said probably Anthony Anderson. I was like, nah, and Crush was like, nah, you talking about that other comedian that don't wear the glasses? And I was like, yes, Little Rel. That's who he looked like. He looked like Lil Rel. I was like, this nigga BVO.
Well, I like the avatars. I think they dope. You know what I mean? But Crush the Legends, his avatar is fire. I was like, damn, that John is on point. You know what I'm saying?
It came out. I was surprised. His did come out really good. I don't know.
Crush the Legends came out good.
Yet,
yours came out good as hell too, BVO. Yours came out very, very well. But if I had to pick out of all of ours, I'm definitely running with Crush the Legend. When you dropped him backstage, the first thing I said, yo, Crush John is fire. Yo, I would use that as my Instagram. For real. Yeah. I would have that as my complete logo. That Crush joint tough, man. I wanna recount.
Hold on one second. We ain't seen this man yet. Salute to my man Thomas.
Oh my, is that the homie Dub Right Side?
That's Dub Right Side.
And
my brother.
I ain't seen Dub Right Side since we made the bet.
That's Mr. Respectfully.
Yeah, I ain't seen Dub since.
D Free, what bet?
I about to say I ain't seen Dub Right Side since the other morning when him and Crush had me crying. Everybody at work was like, "Yo, you all right? You all right?" I'm like, "Bro, if you know, bro."
Hold on. We gonna
you heard him, dog. That bet.
D Free, what bet? What bet we talking about, bro?
No, all I said the last time I seen you,
Washington was going to have a better
morning.
record than the Dallas Cowboys.
What we bet? Hold on. What we bet on it? What we bet? I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember what we bet. What we bet on?
I mean, you already sent me the money. It was $100. You said Dallas.
Yeah,
was
it was $100.
Oh, okay.
Dallas.
Okay.
And D3,
I paid accordingly, right? I paid accordingly.
Yeah, no.
Hey, D3, you need to send me 50. You need to send me that. You need to send me 50 of that 100 that he sent you, because we had a bet that the Eagles in Washington for the division, and it doesn't look like your Commanders are going to do any catching up. Yeah, but I can wait.
When they say that y'all clinched the division, then I will send you.
All right, money. Fair enough.
But until then, I don't send the money. I'm not going to count. I mean, stop counting these eggs before they hatch. You might get a raw egg.
Matter of fact, take that. And when my team do clinch the division, take that whole little friendly bet. That's why I like to make friendly bets. Take that whole little friendly bet and send it to BVO so we can have keep our little what's it called, StreamYard going. Send
Yeah,
that.
don't talk about that on the show, bro. But
And shout out to my big homie Crush, man. Straight from Philly, man. Shout out to
hey,
Crush.
Yeah.
hey, Crunch do remind me of Pee Wee, man. He do be saying stuff that be
BVO, hey BVO,
Yeah.
real quick, bro. I'm gonna tell you the truth. So, you know, I've been on some other shit lately, right?
Yeah, you've been love. You've been
Bruh.
lost in love.
Hey.
He come.
They sensitive,
ARF, bro. The nigga remind me of ARF, bro.
ARF.
Oh, AR
Yeah.
I'm talking about Crush. I'm talking about me.
You nigga.
That's like you saying.
He's talking about your avatar that you just made. Like,
Hey,
Now we
shout
don't
out-
want to label a
hold on,
BBO.
hold on 1 second. Shout out to Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince, man, calling me ARF.
and free and free ARF too. Free ARF.
No, ARF, dude,
Yo,
ARF
free
is
app, man.
violent, dude.
Free app, for real.
Hey, man, ARF.
He just told on himself. He did it to himself, bro. When Ab used to get on cameras when I was like some years ago when he was doing it, I just was like, why are they putting the camera in the microphone? Somebody put it stop. Why are they putting it out? AR was saying crazy stuff. And I just
but this the problem. Even though he was self-incriminating, I agree with that. The problem is the nigga got hit with a RICO, and as long as we all can get charged with RICO, we all can get charged with the shit just because we done been on YouTube together. We ain't meet in person. We don't know each other. We ain't did no crimes together. But because we didn't talk, now we can all get charged with some bullshit. That one motherfucker did. Nah.
And shout out to my man Dub. You know Dub, when he come in, it's after dark. That brother come in cussing early. Shout out to Dub.
Oh,
But no, it's good. It's at the 9 o'clock. You good to go. We just having some fun. We were just talking about Devin Haney going for undisputed at 147.
Shout out to my brother Thomas Hill as well. Prize fighter, D-Free, much love and respect. Y'all know what it is.
Oh man, you already know, Mr. Respectfully. It's always a pleasure, brother.
Hey,
what you guys think about Devin going for undisputed at 147?
I like it.
I think he stops Boots.
Stop the cap.
That's crazy.
No. Whenever my man CVO starts doing stuff like that, that means there's an interview around the corner, bro. So we should expect from hearing from either the young champ or his dad, Captain Bill, anytime now.
Well, shout out to Devin Haney, the best fighter at 140, man. I like.
Oh
that,
yeah,
man.
for sure.
That's my guy,
I thought Tio was.
We don't talk about races on here. We don't talk about races.
BBO disowned him, Dub. He disowned Tio.
He only come back to Tio whenever he talk about Tank.
Okay.
Tank ain't gave him that interview yet. When Tank agree to that interview, then Tank will be the best thing.
I don't think Tank will ever come on here after all the stuff that BBO ever said about him.
All I gotta say was I love him. He's my brother.
We should be embarrassed. We should be embarrassed by what Tank is doing right now. This man is respectfully.
I've never heard that one, Michael Gardner.
Respectfully, the man is fighting Lamont Roach. And hey, I'm not saying Lamont Roach trash.
No, he not.
But we don't expect Tank to be fighting no damn Lamont Roach right now. Do y'all remember when Tank gave us the list of individuals?
Oh, I'm holding you to that list.
Hey,
I'm holding you
they
to
didn't want to fight the people on the list. They want to fight.
Let me ask you, Dub. Who was Tank supposed to fight?
In my personal opinion?
Yeah.
Anybody that he named on that damn list?
We don't know who on the list, so how you know?
He told us who was on the damn list.
He told us 4 people that was on the list.
And he ain't who he fought on the damn list.
3 of them, all 4 of them was unavailable.
Stop the count, man.
No, Devin Haney's at 140. He said he wasn't fighting for the rest of the year. Then Tio was going through legal.
Tank ain't fighting for the rest of the year.
That's what he said.
Tank too. So you just told me That the
Listen what I'm
man said
saying.
he
Listen,
wasn't fighting for the
hold
rest
up,
of the
hold up,
year.
hold up.
Tank ain't
Hold up,
fighting
Dub.
the rest
Hold
of
up.
this year.
Hold up, Dub. Let me finish. Tio was going through legal actions. He couldn't fight Tio. Loma ducked him. And Shakur decided to go over to DeJong and was about to fight Joe Cordina, and then he ended up getting injured. Now you said what? He said Tank ain't fighting the rest of the year, but Tank's fight was already signed to fight Roach. It just got pushed back because of the venue.
Yeah.
Why is he fighting Lamont Roach?
I just told you.
Because Loma said no.
Those guys that you wanted him to fight wasn't available.
Loma said
Tio
no.
wasn't available at all. He wasn't available back then.
Tio wasn't available. Haney got his ass whooped. He couldn't fight for a minute. And who else? Shakur was out there breaking his hand and whatnot, so he couldn't
Shakur
fight.
don't want that fight with Abdul Wahid, man.
And that's fine. And that's fine. If you're gonna fight somebody though, you fight a champion in your division. That's what you do.
So who's the champion?
Wasn't available.
Baranchik. You could have fought Baranchik.
Right, but they're not gonna make that. They're saving that for Keyshawn or any other ESPN fighter.
Who was he supposed to fight? I'm with Free.
Wasn't making that fight. They wasn't making that fight for Tank because they was giving that to Keyshawn.
Who was he supposed to fight? That's a general question.
How do you know that, Free?
Because he gave him to Keyshawn. What are you talking about? He gave him to Keyshawn. They already knew what the fight was going to be. Keyshawn had already said that. I'm about to fight a champion after I get past this dude. They already knew what was going on.
Oh, that was already set up? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they was already set up. They already knew what was going on.
But see, this is the thing. For me, this is why I don't like the fight, because in the process, we ate and sought on a really, really good fighter in Lamont Roach because it's Tank. If it was anybody else,
yeah,
man.
Right, say it, T. Say it, T. Say it, T.
You know what? Lamont
If it
Roach
was anybody else, go ahead and land that plane because you was about to cook. What was you saying? If it was anybody else.
You know, it would be a quality fight. It would be a really good fight and a test for everybody else. But because it's Tank, it's never.
Hey.
I mean, and we know this to be true because my man Ryan Garcia was an exhibition for Tank. He was a fight of the century for Devin Haney. And the nigga that said he was an exhibition with Devin Haney did.
The general question is, who was he supposed to fight? Who was he supposed to fight? That's what I want to know. And listen, I'm not an apologist. I'm not a dub right side. I'm not a Tank apologist. I'm neutral with all of this stuff. But I'm just saying I agree with some of the stuff on both sides. But I'm agreeing this time around. What was he supposed to do? At least he grabbed a young urban kid from the city, you know what I'm saying, who's fought at 35 multiple times. And I believe D. Free dropped the stat a couple, maybe last week, that he's actually fought more at 35 than Devontae did, or the same amount of times. Don't quote me, but D. Free know them stats like that. But I'm just saying. So what my question is, like in the chat, what is he supposed to do? I don't know what y'all want him to do. Loma didn't want to fight. Shakur had business opportunities. You know, he wanted a different kind of business opportunity. I don't want to call him a duck, but y'all can call him a duck. That's cool. But what was the man supposed to do? That's all I want to know. I don't know what he's supposed to do. At least he grabbed the urban kid and gonna make the urban kid rich. And then go grab one of these, like what Canelo do, don't want to pay to get the brothers paid. He go grab them Europeans or whatever. At least he ain't doing that.
In my personal opinion, if you can't get Vasyl Lomachenko, right? Y'all saying he can't get Shakur. I still have questions about that situation, me personally. But fight a Raymond Muratalla. Fight
he wasn't available.
Hold on. Fight a Edwin De Los Santos.
De Los Santos was hurt.
He's injured.
We
did this, Dub. You should have listened to our show.
Fight a Williams Zepeda.
Williams Zepeda had a fight lined up already.
We did this on the show, Dub. We did this. We went through every opponent at the division, and we broke it down, me, BVO, and Free, and we was trying to see, because I had questions. I'm like, well, why? I'm like you. Why he ain't fight this one? Fight that one. And then when we went and really dug into it on live, there was nothing for him to do. Nothing.
Unless y'all want him to fight Cruz.
No, I ain't
Unless y'all wanted that, and nobody wanted that.
Pitbull fight at one.
No. We talking about Andy. We talking about Andy Cruz.
Oh right, Andy Cruz.
Andy Cruz is number 3. Andy Cruz is number 3 or number 4 in the WBA.
Yep.
So
Dub, we
unless
did
you
the
wanted him to fight
rankings.
Andy,
I never heard of
unless you
him.
want, unless you want him to
Dub, we
fight
did the
Andy Cruz, it
rankings.
was.
We did the injury report. We broke down who has a fight, who's available, and nobody was available, bro. Nobody.
But
And if
but
we
but but the problem comes when we talk about Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach ain't beat no damn body. He ain't beat no damn body. I think what he beat Hector Garcia. Outside of that,
But didn't Hector go blown? Didn't Hector go blown?
Jamel Herring, nice though.
I thought Hector
Shakur
he
made
fought
that man
Jamel,
look like
but he
That's
fought
Shakur.
Jamel
That's
Herring at
Shakur is
different times.
special.
Shakur made that man look like he shouldn't even be in the ring with him.
Facts, but
No, but
he was a little at the end of his career, and Shakur is special. But carry on.
All I'm saying is at the end of the day, man, at some point in time, when especially with Tank getting up in age, saying he getting ready to retire and all the other things,
That's bull.
What's bull? He
ain't trying to retire, bro. That bro got like 65.
The thing is,
I'm just saying what he's saying. All I'm saying with that being the case, at the end of the day, man, we want to see you put names on your resume, and he ain't got no he ain't putting names on his resume at a critical time in his career.
No, he got names on his resume. Let's
his resume just as solid as his contemporaries that you
might
guys
not have
to.
the names. He might not have the names that you want him to have.
What's Tank best fight?
Yeah, but listen. What's Tank
best?
Listen, I understand what you're saying. And
I would say Mario Barrios.
I agree with what you're saying. But the problem is we can't have it both ways, because we in one instant we saying he gotta fight somebody. Okay, there's nobody available. But in the next instant we gotta say these guys are not active enough. Well, there was nobody available, so he took the fourth option, because remember he was trying to fight Loma. Loma pulled out. He sent the offer to Shakur. Shakur wanted a multi-fight deal. PBC didn't want to give him a multi-fight deal. They just wanted a one fight, maybe a rematch. They didn't want a multi-fight deal. So Shakur went over to the zone. He sent the offer to Rayo. Rayo said he was fighting Pitbull in a rematch. So he wasn't coming back down to 135. And so then he ended up with Roach. There was nobody else available. Williams Zepeda was fighting Tevin Farmer. At that time, T.O. was in legal battles. He couldn't fight nobody for the rest of the year. And Devin Haney said he wasn't fighting nobody for the rest of the year.
So there was nothing. So the question is, what did you want him to do? That's what the question is. People, and listen, I know I'm not a Tank apologist. I want him to get in the ring and do something, beat one of them dudes up, one of the names. But right now, it's not happening. So he has to stay active. So at least he didn't go and get money with a European or somebody from a foreign country. At least he grabbed a kid from the inner city. So you gotta take the good with the bad. At least he took grabbed the kid from the inner city and was like, all right, well, we're gonna do it like this, because he had no options. We broke this down on live. We literally sat there and went on our devices and we went through this. And still to this day, what do y'all want him to do? And I'm not apologist for him. I'm not, bro. I'm not a fanboy. I don't want y'all to think that I'm like that. I'm neutral. I've always been neutral. I always will be neutral. But I'm just saying, like, the kid, we want to see him there with the names.
Let me say this real quick, Price. I will say this, though. They got to agree to fight Tank, too. Tank be getting fight. One thing I will say, he did have 7 years to fight Loma, but he sent Loma a deal, and Loma said he didn't want to fight. He said he didn't feel like it, so. You can do. I mean, I don't blame Tank for that. I think Tank's doing a good job. I mean, he's. I'll put him up there with Prince Hassim. He's a great entertainer. He's not, to me, I wouldn't put him up there with one of the greatest fighters, but he's a great entertainer. I would love to see him fight too.
Yeah, man. But I mean, like, the brothers in the chat want to see him in there. We all want to see Tank in there with somebody, but right now, it's not going down. So you got to just be patient or don't.
Lamont ain't no bum either, though. Lamont
it's not a bum. He like one little bad thing against Heron, which Heron is a good fighter. And Heron, how old was Heron? And how old was Roach at the time? Roach was 20 what? But so
I mean, what I will say is I'm a hold Tank to his word, like I do with all these fighters. He said at the end of this fight that he had with Roach, he's going to call somebody out. So
Yeah.
I want to see who he's calling out, because he said this is the first time we ever saw Tank Davis call anybody out if he does do it. He said he was going to call somebody out. He said that at the press conference in D.C. He said, I'll call somebody out at the end of this fight. So
Yeah, I'm
we'll see
excited
who
for
he's going
that.
to call out.
And that's
you know
a
what's
good
going to
little-
be Ryan Garcia.
Oh my God! Don't say that.
I doubt if it's going to be Ryan. I doubt if it's going to be Ryan.
That's a lot of money, Pre.
Is it?
They make a lot
I
of
doubt
money
it
together last
because
time.
the only way for it to be Ryan got to come back down to 135. Tank already said he's not going to 140.
Oh, okay. Well, that won't happen then.
Exactly.
Yeah, he said he's not going to 140.
And
He
he
said that
did.
again. He said
140.
that again at the DC conference, at the DC press conference. He said, "I'm not going to 140. I didn't feel comfortable there.
Yeah.
I didn't like the way I felt at 140."
And
So,
you know, and only you know
I've been
your
telling
body,
y'all
bro.
all this time. Tank said he wasn't going to 140. So unless he goes there, I got to take him for his word. He said he didn't feel comfortable. He's not going there. He doubled down on that months later at the DC conference and said, I didn't like the way I felt at 140.
And that's probably was that free. That probably was the promotional company throwing him in there. Just go ahead, you got this, bro. And when he got in there, he even said after the fight, man, I was a little afraid to get hit. You know what I'm saying? But once I got in there, you know, and they put him in there, but they matchmake them with the right person in Mario Barrios. But like the kid, you can tell the kid he doesn't want nothing to do right now. And even back then, he didn't want nothing to do with 40. He was like, that's crazy. Because when they said Keith Thurman,
you got to remember Tank is
remember they started throwing Keith Thurman name around, and Tank was like, y'all must think I'm Superman.
No, remember Tank Davis is a smaller dude, so maybe him putting on that weight made him slower than what he usually be. And he might say, you know what, I'm a little too slow. I don't like being this slow.
Right.
Oh yeah. That's a good point. But he's not the biggest guy.
He's not, bro.
I mean,
I think he's supposed to be where he is at, BVO. I think he's supposed to be at 35. I think that's where he'd be supposed to be at. And if anybody want to challenge him, then they got to come see him at 35.
What did come out, if y'all watched the ESPN card, I think the week before last, not this past weekend, the week prior to this past weekend, Keyshawn Davis said that he confirmed that Tank Davidson is trying to make that fight with Keyshawn Davis. So,
let me say this though. Shout out to the good brother Dub, man, because you know I too would rather see him fight one of the names that he said or one of the names that you guys want him to fight to. Only because, you know, I think people need to be silenced, and I think a lot of people really just want to see Tank lose, and they believe these are the people that can give him that L. So I would love for them to lighten up. I'm also not a big proponent about it happening only at 35. F that. I believe he can go to 40, even 47 and beat these dudes, because he's just that much better than them. And on top of that, he did try to make a fight with Lomachenko, and he also had his team contact Shakur to see if, well, since he fell out, could we possibly get one up there? And Shakur was like, "Nah, that doesn't benefit me. So let's go on and circle that block later on down the line." I believe that fight definitely happens next year. I believe it happens either at the middle or the ending of that year. I think that he's going to set the world on fire in 25, and I'm going to bet that my man CBO going to change his tune after he stomp a mud hole up in T.O., stomp a mud hole up in Shakur, stomp a mud hole up in Loma. If he get the fight, definitely stomp a mud hole up in Dev. And Dev, we love you, bro, but I just believe Tank is that dude. That's all.
I'll just say this, man. In no way do I support what Thomas Hill is saying. We all know.
Nah, I know you don't.
That's crazy, bro.
Devin Haney is a terrific fighter. Shout out to
He is.
Bill.
No, he is.
We all know Bill's a good brother. I don't know about a lot of people say Bill's a liar and stuff. I think he forgets what he says sometimes.
Yeah, me too. He just be saying anything.
I won't say the man a liar. I just say the man forget. He say stuff and forget about it.
Nigga, if you say you lied the first time.
Right.
Well, shout out to Dub, because Dub the type of dude. I remember I couldn't find my iPhone, and Dub stole my phone, helped me look for it. So shout out to Dub, man. He's a good dude, man.
No, not only that, dog. There's some.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dub. No, go ahead. You got it.
No, hey, BBO, real quick. I first off, I wouldn't steal your shit. But secondly, if I did steal your shit, I would definitely wasn't for to help your ass look for it. I'm definitely not doing that.
You gonna drop Blue's Clues for my
I understand what you're saying.
He said,
"Hey, if I done stole that motherfucker, then you would never know."
You would never know because he's just that type of brother.
Have you guys ever seen Blank Man before? It's a
Yeah.
So
shout out to Blank Man, man. Shout out to the Williams brothers.
Yeah,
you guys
sure.
remember when Blank Man went to the alley and tried to stop the pimp? I don't know if you guys remember when he tried to stop the pimp from
and boy was slapping him up.
And that's probably what would happen if T.O. or Devin fought him. It would be like just one-handed slap. It'd just be bad. It'd be bad, bro.
But nah, man, the one thing I like about my man Dub, man, because Dub is a Haney fan that don't suffer from Haney-itis. You know what I'm saying? My brother can actually call it down the line. There's a lot of Tank fans that suffer from Tank-itis too, bro. But when it's all said and done, we all human. We all can have an off day. We all can be beat. If everybody's coming in 100% on the night, I got my money on Tank and I'm resting comfortably at night. And somebody is getting a CPAP machine handed to their ass and they about to conduct a sleep study because he will give them that healthy dose of Tank will. And that's all I got to say about that.
Tank can fight, bro. Ain't no doubt about
Tank
that.
Tank can definitely fight.
He can fight. We know he don't want to, but we know he can.
Oh, no. And I got video that says he wanted to.
I think everybody up there, I think everybody would agree that I ain't got no problem betting. And matter of fact, I'm gonna send you the money. But when I bet you, I'm gonna send you the money, and I expect you to pay me back double when I win, right?
Hey, well, you're gonna be paying out double when you lose, bro, because that's just what's been happening lately, bro. Because you've been saying some things.
You couldn't pay me to bet on Devin Haney against Tank. You couldn't pay me to do it.
Not at 135. I wouldn't even ask for nobody to fight him at 135.
This is what I want to know from Dub. This is what I want to know from Dub. And I respect Dub's opinion on the Tank Davis fight. And like I said, I kind of agree with him. But at this point, he's just trying to stay busy. Those fights wasn't available. But how do you feel about Shakur and Kid Austin?
I got Kid Austin by knockout.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I think Kid Austin. I like Kid Austin. I think he overrated, but I do like him. I think his pops talk too damn much. Like I think Bill talk too much. But I like Kid Austin. I think he gets schooled by Shakur. I think Shakur.
I'm talking about how you feel about Shakur taking that fight with Kid Austin instead of trying to fight somebody better.
In my personal opinion, I wish he would have did whatever was necessary to make the fight with Tank. I think that was in his best interest. You know what I'm saying? I think that at the end of the day, the reason he made this fight because Schofield Sr. talked too damn much and want to shit on Shakur and do this. So now I got to go out there and punish your son. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I look at it. I think it's a decent fight. I do think it's a decent fight. I don't think it's a give me for Shakur. But at the same time, I think he wins that fight easily. And I think he got better boxing skills. I watched Schofield go out there against lesser opponents, get knocked down, get hands put on them, be over aggressive, not understand what he truly needs to be doing, and he's young. You know what I'm saying? When you 18, 19, 20, 21, especially in boxing, your experience is coming from the amateurs. And amateur boxing is totally, you can tell me whatever you want to about sparring, but most of the time niggas are working on shit in sparring. They're not going 100% in sparring. So all the sparring shit they want to talk about, same reason. I don't know if you remember, Free. I had a problem when Devin them was talking about sparring shit. I'm like, bro, that shit don't mean a goddamn thing. Nigga, get in the ring and you got to show your skills in the ring. And so I ain't gonna lie to you. I think that Schofield, I think he took a bite a little too much. You feel me? I think he bite a little too much.
Hold on. Whoa, that was crazy.
No did it. I said no did it. I say no did it. No did it.
Diddy must be your favorite artist, some player.
Damn, saying hold on, saying bite is too much.
Whoa.
No did it. I said no did it. I say no did it.
In a minute, we ain't gonna be able to say we ain't gonna be able to say nothing out here.
Can I follow up? No, go ahead.
This is what I was gonna say. I agree with everything Doug Rightside said. This is the problem that I have, and it's not with Doug Rightside. It's with a lot of Shakur fans outside of my man Just Do, because he's the only one that keeps it 100 with everybody. But they talk about Tank Davis ain't fighting nobody, but Tank Davis has a better resume than Shakur Stevens, and they talk like Shakur has been fighting nothing but top-notch individuals every single fight. And I'm like, no, how can you say that about Tank, and then you act like Shakur has fought everybody, and Shakur hasn't fought not one single notable person at 135.
We should be critical of Shakur too. We should be. Shakur went want to fight De Los Santos again. The man should have been fighting Raymond Muratalla. He didn't want that smoke either. So I don't have a problem with you saying that Shakur resume. I had no problem with that. I don't have no problem with his resume. I'm just talking about the way the Shakur fans be talking about Tank Davis. Like Shakur's resume is just way better than Tank Davis' resume. I'm like, no, are we looking at the same resume? No. We agree on that. We agree.
Yeah. We agree. That's the problem that I had. Like I don't have no problem with people wanting Tank in these big fights, because I want them in a big fight too. If we don't get it, we don't get it. I'm not gonna get bent out of shape because I don't know this dude from a can of paint. So it doesn't matter. If he give it to us, he give it to us. If he don't, he don't. But I sit back because I'm not a fan of none of these guys. I support all of them. I'm not a fan of none of them. I support them. I'm not a fan.
But this is the problem, D Free. The problem is that at this current moment in time, and when you step away and look from the outside in, I done been able to do that for a little minute now. One of the things that you realize is the sport of boxing is dying in the mainstream. Why? Because these niggas ain't fighting each other. They not fighting like we.
I mean, when you look at it from the diehard side.
No, I understand them making the money. I understand all of that, but at some point in time, man, I can be very critical of Shakur. I ain't got no problem saying that because he ain't fought the fighter that he need to be fighting.
Right.
Especially when he over at top rank and choose not to fight somebody like a Raymond Muratalla, choose not to rematch with De Los Santos. When you do these things, no, we're gonna be critical of you. We're gonna be very critical of you. So I ain't got no problem with saying that either.
Let me say this:
is one of the best. I think Shakur is one of the best. I think Devin's one of the best. I want to see them mix it up. And when we're not getting the fights, then that's where the problem comes. And I think we have to start with an individual like Lomachenko. Vasyl Lomachenko, regardless of what people want to say, who did he fight? When he was in his prime, he was fighting the what's the African brother name? I don't think he's African, but
Linares.
No, not Linares.
He talking about the dude that
Gary Russell
that Tio knocked out.
Yeah, him.
That's when he was
Coleman.
He was old.
He didn't. You don't get credit for Coleman. You don't get credit for Luke Campbell. The same way we not giving these guys credit for these fights. Why the hell is Loma getting credit for these fights? No, he need to be fighting the best as well. So I think we got to spread the criticism all the way around because the majority of these guys, they not fighting who we want to see them fight.
Maybe I'm stupid as a bug.
That brother said spread.
No diddy. I said no diddy. I say no diddy. No diddy.
I knew BBO was going to play because I heard when Dub said spread it all around. I heard BBO start giggling. I was like, oh, here we go.
Y'all done got out of order now. Y'all out of order with this shit. They got too crazy. Nigga can't use common phrases no.
You a wild boy, Dub. Salute to Dub right side. We ain't been able to do this many pauses in a long time. I like when Dub come, man.
Yeah, Dub is my dude, yeah.
He the Charles Barkley of pause, man. He just say the craziest stuff. But I also want to give Dub credit for being out there with Fonnie Willis, man, helping her win her seat back. Shout out to my man Dub, helping Fonnie Willis win her seat back.
Hey, listen. I don't live in Atlanta no more. I didn't have a chance to vote for her, but if I would have had the chance, I don't even know.
Go ahead.
I don't even know who it was. I would have voted for her before I voted for Fannie. Good God, she done fucked the whole damn system up down here. She done fucked everything up. Shout out to Thug, man. Shout out to Young Thug for taking the plea. Taking a non-negotiated plea, throwing himself on the court. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to
No, Diddy. I said no, Diddy.
That brother crazy. That brother said taking it. Whoa. Pause on that. No, we're going to get done, but no pause. We're going to get out of here.
No diddy. I said no diddy. I say no diddy. No
Hey yo.
BBO found that out. That joint is funny.
That boy love that Diddy though. He love that Diddy.
Talking about some no Diddy.
My man like the Diddy bot, bro. So he gonna find some Diddy. Don't believe that.
Wednesday we're gonna have Brian Norman Sr.
Jail. He should have been there with Jeffrey Epstein before they killed Epstein. At least they would have been in that motherfucker together. So
bro, that's sick, dog. But okay.
No Diddy. I said no Diddy. I say no Diddy.
Crazy, Doug, you crazy, boy.
You end up playing this all night, but let me say.
Hold on, wait a minute, real quick. How the hell should Lomachenko get credit for Luke Campbell?
Hold on, one second. Let me announce this real quick. We're working on getting Malik Scott hopefully this week. Shout out to Malik Scott. Training up Deontay Wilder. We're looking Wednesday. We do have confirmed. We do have Brian Norman Sr. coming, so get ready for that. But like I said, we're looking to have hopefully we're gonna have Kay Alexander as well. She's supposed to come. So it's going to be Brian Norman, Kay Alexander. We're going to have something cool coming up. Like
Brian Norman, senior or junior?
Senior.
No, I'm about tired of his ass too. So.
Hey, well, you can come talk to him, Doug.
No Diddy. I said no Diddy. I say no Diddy.
You have to way you did it, but
I done talked to the nigga before. I told him then, hey, I'm from the country, nigga. Like
they should have never gave BBO that no Diddy button. It's over now.
But you from Savannah though, man. So it's different.
I'm not from no damn Savannah. What are you talking about?
Shout out to Savannah's own, man, because Savannah look like New Orleans, man. Shout out to Savannah.
Ain't nobody from Savannah.
Shout out Dub right.
Georgia.
Some of the most beautiful women you'll see is from Savannah. Respectfully.
Yeah. Oh no, you from Riverdale, Georgia, right? Or you from
nigga, I'm from Warner Robins, nigga. Warner Robins.
Oh, okay. You from a small town. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm from the country.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you country, man. Yeah, they farm out there, dog. You probably had a house growing up.
Nigga, we had a damn farm in high school. We had we had all that.
I know you from the class in high school. But on that note, man, it's your boy BBO Boxing. It's your boy the Puerto Rican Prince. It's your boy Curly Top, aka Richie Rich Prize. And we got Pimp C, aka my guy Thomas here. And don't forget, man, we got a special guest, Savannah, Georgia's own Dub right side. And we going, y'all. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
This is CBO.